Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Gallagher.
And I am also Mark Gallagher. And today we're going to talk about, we mentioned last time we were on cooking en Papillote, which is actually a type of cooking done by steaming inside parchment, or it could be tin foil or something else. The derivation of the name comes from the French word papillon, which is the French word for butterfly. And it goes back to, I don't know whether your days when you were kids, you used to make Valentines. You used to fold your paper over and cut around, sort of like a heart comes out, and you open it up. You'd open it up and you'd have a heart. And that's what the shape of when they do the parchment paper. That's usually how they do it, from like a 16-inch piece of parchment paper. But you don't have to do that either. You just cut a square out of it and fold it on that side. However, the benefits of it are, it's a very healthy way to cook. As I said, yet the steaming aspect of it is where it comes. So there's very little fat needed. It's everything is there, and you put all your own flavors, almost anything you want to do it. It's most often used for fish and for chicken, which are thin, or just any kind of an assemblage of vegetables can be used too. As long as it's thin, you can't do, full potatoes and things like it doesn't operate. But you can pre-cook some things like turnips or potatoes or beets and add them after they've been cooked to do it. But the main thing of this is to do quick and healthy. And the other big benefit is when you finish cooking, you just put it off to one side and it's done, and it has to be entertaining. It has to sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's not going to help it. You can put it in keep it in a low oven and just take it out and you flop it on the plate, and there's a complete meal. So what you do is get a big square of paper, you fold it over.
This is a parchment paper, right?
Parchment paper, yeah. You don't want anything with wax on it or anything that could melt. It has to be just, regular parchment paper. But most people nowadays just use, tin foil. Use that. And the idea is to fold it over, and, with a crease, and then put whatever you're going to put on. Say it's fish. The combination of things that you can put with it is totally up to you. But the only suggestion I make on it about that is to take it and sort of toss it all together. For example, if you're going to put in a little olive oil, a little bit of white wine, some shredded carrots, some shredded sliced onions, some dill, lemon juice, lemon zest. That could be one combination for, let's say, a piece of cod. You can do for chicken, you can do garlic, lemon, garlic, ginger, miso butter with salmon. The whole thing being, you want to toss what those ingredients that you're going to season with together themselves, so they sit and get used to each other a little bit in the beginning.
And you need some moisture, right?
Well, yeah, I mentioned wine. You can do a little bit of wine. You can do a little of olive oil. I always put butter in. Because it's butter, it gives you sort of enriches the flavor, which is why I use it. So what you do is you heat your oven, preheat the oven to about 400 degrees, and you put these in. For fish, normally items, it takes about 8 to 12 minutes, and for chicken, I do a little bit longer, probably 18 to 20 minutes. But as I said, the benefit is that it's healthy, and some combinations. You remember last time we talked about making leftover zucchini, making spaghetti out of it by cutting into strips. That's a thing that adapts very well to this en Papillote. And you can do it with clams, for example. You can have, salmon. What I said with miso butter. You can use tomato, basil, sun-dried, any combination you like, any kind of things you like. You take it out, you put it on your plate and serve it to your guests. You open it up. If it comes right out of the oven, for example, you put it in for the 20 minutes of time in your cocktails, so it just comes right out and goes right on their plate. You got to be careful of steam when you open it, because it'll be hot and it can burn. But the beauty, just open it up. There's no pans, there's no nothing. You throw it away and you've done, and chew away.
Excellent. You mentioned also the term en chemise.
You know, I talked about that a little bit last week. En chemise means usually, chemise is like a shirt, I guess, or something
Mhm.
that you put on in French. That's usually done with pastry, and that would not lend itself, I think, to entertaining for dinner. However, for kids' lunches, that's the origin of that would be the meat pies. It's the pasties of the British Isles, which are all good. It was just pastry with any kind of filling that you want to put in it, vegetables, meat, salad items that you have, and you bake it. The beauty of that was those are all in England and Wales. It used to be for the coal miners.
Mhm.
They get down for the day, and what they would do is have something they could take out, eat easily. No pans needed, nothing. So little meat pies worked out well. It's also in a lot of the other countries in South America, for example, we have the empanadas and those type of things, and samosas in India and that kind of thing. Again, big, sort of very easy street food items.
Mhm.
But nowadays, where you get this pizza dough you can buy in the supermarkets, or phyllo dough you can make it with. I can do some little small ones with those those little round squares that you can make, that you buy all already done for a small empanada or other Chinese things, rice paper. All those things become vehicles for whatever filling again that you want put in, and makes it easy, handy food.
Fantastic. All right. So the wine we're gonna taste today is from one of my absolute favorite wine regions in the world, relatively close to home. This is Empire State, and this is from the Finger Lakes of New York. And this is grown in about 11 different vineyards along Cayuga Lake and some of the other lakes there, Seneca Lake. And Riesling is a marvelously receptive wine for any kind of food, because I definitely would put it in the champagne category for that reason. Is great acidity, which cuts fat, and is terrific with fish. So give this a little smell. You can almost imagine you're tubing down the river in upstate New York. Finger Lakes are about 4 hours from the city. Yeah, almost like licking an old stone barn. Great acidity, a little bit of yellow apple, a little bit of thyme. Super food friendly. It's been great to have you all with us. Remember to subscribe if you do enjoy our show, and tell your friends. Thank you, Dad.
Thank you.
All
Very
right,
good.
we'll talk later.